If you keep trying to build the business you think you should be building instead of the business you really want to build, you won't be successful. Here's the thing, most creators are chasing a version of safe, even though they're already leading an unconventional path. And that can look like being a wedding photographer instead of a fashion photographer, which is your dream since your childhood. It might be being a graphic designer instead of a gallery painter. It might be being a guitar teacher instead of a singer-songwriter and being on stage. It might be being a songwriter behind the scene instead of an artist. There are so many ways in which we are playing a close enough version of our dream life, but somehow our system thinks this is where money is. This is how it will pay me bill. This is safer. This is more realistic. People won't pay for me to insert your dream. And all of those limiting beliefs are actually stopping you from getting the wildly successful business and life you're meant to get. Because here's the thing, we cannot win a game we don't want to win. And if you're currently feeling at a threshold, at the edge of, I feel like I need to make that decision now. I need to pivot and become an author. I need to write that book. I need to change my platform from fitness to wellness online and hope people stick around. If you're at the edge of a shift in your creative career, this video is for you. I will break down 3 ways to build a business that is actually true to you instead of the business you think you should be building. Now, my name is Marjolaine, and I'm a French Canadian living her dream life on a Greek island with the love of my life. For the last 10 years, I've dedicated my work to empowering women creative to trust their vision, go for planet all the way, no compromise, and no settling, and build a business and life that feels truly aligned and magnetic. Now, in today's video, I want to empower you to take the leap, make the move, say, starting this date, I'm embodying that new identity and I'm no longer falling back into my patterns. Because that's where we start today's video, right? The biggest trap of doing the business we think we should be doing is falling into comfortable patterns that feel all too safe and all too familiar. Maybe there's this one-on-one offer you've been doing when you really want to be on bigger stage and do maybe courses or groups, but somehow every time scarcity or fear kicks in, you default back to the way you know how to make money safely. And this can be in different ways in your life, in the way you dress up, in the way you sleep, your routines, scrolling patterns, avoidance patterns. You know your self-sabotage moves. You know them by now, right? You've lived on this planet long enough. Recognizing the ways we've been playing small and getting really honest where we are shutting down, hiding away. When we were at the edge of a breakthrough, but all of a sudden we got scared and pulled back. I want you to take a moment now and reflect. Where am I consciously or unconsciously stopping myself from being bold? Stopping myself from going in the direction of what I really want? Tolerating a version of my business that is no longer actualized. Because there's nothing wrong with what led you here. Here's something I want to make clear. If you're a creative entrepreneur and you took a different path in your early years, it got you the skills, it got you the contrast you needed to know what you truly want. Everything plays a part. It will all make sense eventually, right? When we're manifesting our dreams, a lot of things make sense only later. And that's why I want you to approach this not from a place of, I should have started my book 10 years ago. Please don't do that to yourself. Be a little bit kinder. You deserve it. You deserve kindness for being someone that already follows their own path. And call yourself out still, right? And this is where we learn how to hold ourselves with compassion and call ourselves out. Because your smallness has been going on for far too long. The self-sabotage pattern of pushing what you really want to do at the end of the day, so you're too tired to do it, of maxing out your schedule with productive tasks on the computer, edits, production, emails, when you really have been dedicating a 2-hour block to your art, but you've been pushing it away. Keeping low prices, even though you know it makes you stuck in a loop of overworking, over-delivering, not having enough abundance coming in, feeling scarcity kick in. Those subtle ways you self-sabotage are currently stopping you from seeing the big picture, which is, I'm not playing the game I want to play. If you don't want to be a wildly successful wedding photographer and you dream of being a fashion photographer, you cannot be a wildly successful wedding photographer. You might do okay. Listen, you might do okay right now. Maybe your career is going fine. Maybe you're even making multiple six figures a year. Maybe you're known in your field, or maybe you're not doing that okay. Maybe you're struggling to make things happen, right? And pay the bill and stay on top of things. But whatever that looks like isn't your full potential. It isn't the amount of success you're truly meant to attract because it is not a game you want to play. So the first exercise here is, let's get real clear. Where am I sabotaging myself, right? And what is the game I don't want to play that I'm currently playing? And write it, ink on paper. Just see it, face it, sit with it. It's okay. I'm playing the game of being a wedding photographer, but I don't want it. Let it be known to yourself, okay? First step is always awareness. And once we meet ourselves in that, calling ourselves out and noticing we're not playing the game we really want to win, we move into step 2, which is allowing yourself to recognize that it gets to be easy to do what you love most, okay? And this is when we learn how to notice the energy of our zone of genius, our ease, our natural flow, and the energy of friction and dread and heaviness and pushing and forcing. Because chances are, if you're watching this video, things have been feeling a little bit sticky lately, right? Your business has been feeling a little bit heavy, sticky, like you're walking through thick clouds and you don't quite know how you're going to come out on the other side yet. The vision feels blurry. The ideas are jumbling in your mind. You're overthinking. This area of stickiness is because you're allowing yourself to tolerate resistance, dread, forcefulness, and pushing. All very masculine pattern in business that can feel good on paper, right? Because we're productive, we're making things happen, but that don't necessarily reflect your true magic as a creative. Because a creative that's in her feminine power, feminine magnetism, can operate from ease, can charge a lot for something that is easy to do because she knows her worth. She knows who she is. She knows what she loves, what she's good at. What feels obvious for you and self-explanatory and just takes a minute could take weeks for someone that doesn't know how to do it. You need to stop equaling your quality and width to how much time it takes. When we're still stuck in that, it doesn't take me a long time and it's so easy for me, so it's okay to charge less energy, we don't realize how much space we would create in our schedule to actually dream bigger and think and have a bigger impact if only we recognize that this is exactly why we should be paying more for this. Because it's easy, because it's in our zone of genius, because we could do it in our sleep. It's your natural gift. Honor it, own it, and realize how worthy it is for others. And all of a sudden you'll notice, ooh, I don't have to work with those clients that don't value me anymore. I don't have to settle for those prices. I can trust myself and raise the bar now. Those shifts are huge. And the more we create space, the more we can pivot towards what we truly want. Because if you're currently stuck in the wash machine of underpricing, or delivering, people pleasing, you don't have a lot of time to pivot and it can feel like you're stuck, but you're not stuck. You just need to slowly raise the bar to clear your calendar, increase the caliber of who you work with, release the tendencies of self-sabotage through people pleasing and overgiving so that you have space in your calendar to start dedicating intentional time to who you truly want to be and what you're truly meant to do. And that brings me to my last point for today's video. Choose the game you want to play and commit even before you feel ready. Here's what it looks like. Let's say we're back to our wedding photographer that dreams of being a fashion photographer. You recognize the game you didn't want to play. Face it, meet it, that's okay. And then we commit to the new game. We commit to our planning all the way. Deep down, I want to be a wildly successful, internationally known fashion photographer. Look at yourself in the mirror, say it, write it down on paper. Allow yourself to feel it without feeling the burden of a gap. Because when we're pivoting our creative business towards something new, towards more alignment, sometimes we feel all of a sudden a pressure of it's impossible or it's going to take a long time or what if it doesn't work? And all of those fear kicking in are stopping you from owning that you're already in a very good position to create space for that as you stay safe within what works. as you raise the bar for what works, right? So you can keep doing weddings whilst you are building your direction towards what you truly want. We can maintain and anchor a new direction, right? And so commit to the new planning all the way, the true one, the one you've been dreaming of doing and living since probably you were a child that you just haven't allowed yourself to speak out loud or to take seriously. It's so easy to disregard our own dreams, to be like, oh, no, I couldn't. People wouldn't. And actually, the biggest gift is to say, yeah, I will. I am. I am on my way, making this happen no matter what. I'm doing this. Write it down. This is my play. This is the game I want to play. This is where I'm headed. This is my planet all the way. And then anchoring it in, consciously starting to carve out it as your priority in your schedule, which means first thing in the morning, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, anchoring in the vision, brainstorming how to pivot towards that direction, right? Noticing where can I take an entire day of my week to focus just on that direction shift. Communicate to clients that I'm taking that direction if they know someone, looking at my current opportunities and leveraging it on social media, starting to talk about it, starting to post in the new energy of who I want to be perceived as, because pivoting is subtle. People will not notice it as much as you, but it's how you treat yourself, how you show up online, how you work from that new energy instead of the old energy you never wanted to carry in the first place. And so every time you move in a day, you say, I move as this new identity. I move towards that true vision, that true dream. I align my business, every decision I make forward towards that direction. It's not an overnight shift, but energetically, it can be. And that's why own in and embody that new energy. Hold space intentionally dedicated to this in your week, and through every decision forward, anchoring it in from that new energy. That is the way to gently pivot your creative business towards your dream, build something that is truly aligned, stay aware, and be wildly abundant, wildly successful, doing something that feels easy for you because it's your gift, it's your magic. It's what you were always meant to do and who you were always meant to be. Stop playing small. Stop hiding. Stop self-sabotaging and staying stuck in a half-true version of you, and lean in boldly. Claim your path. Plan it all the way. I would love to see you inside my new free community for women entrepreneur, where we go and get our dreams, show up, rise up to our potential. I'm leaving the link below. I cannot wait to support you inside, and thank you for being here.